felt very bad for the students that had to deal with the bully Snape. Bad thing was that was not the only bully at the school. There was the caretaker, a man by the name of Argus Filch, who was also a bully. Now, Argus was kind of an odd duck anyway. His constant companion was his cat, who he called Mrs. Norris. That cat was the only living creature I have ever heard Filch be kind to. He would bully the students for the most ridiculous things. The soles on your shoes are too thick. Your eyelashes are too curly. Things he would just make up. He was just that ornery. Well, he was raised, kind of odd upbringing. He was born into a very powerful, very high-up wizarding family. And he was the only person ever to be born in that family that did not have any magic. He's what's known as a squib, which is kind of a non-magical wizard. So I'm sure it wasn't easy for him growing up in this family. Now, I'm sure they probably were very nice people and treated him well, but just the fact they all had something that he really wanted. It had to be hard. Now, that's why I didn't understand when he finally was old enough to leave home and go get a job. He went to a wizard school. Why would he want to surround himself again with people who had magic? Most of them would be students younger than him that had the only thing he had ever really wanted. Now, maybe he thought it would wear off on him. Maybe he thought he could steal some. Maybe he thought he was a late bloomer. I do know he ordered a mail order class to try and learn magic. But you had to have a tiny kernel of magic buried deep inside your soul for it to work with. And he didn't even have that. Or if he did, it had shriveled up and died long ago because he was so ornery. But even though he was a big bully, and you know how I feel about bullies, I have a soft spot in my heart for Argus. And that's because I found out he has something that I value very highly. He has a musical soul. And I know that's hard to believe. I'll tell you how I know. I had planted a crop of moonlight daisies on the highest astrology tower. And one afternoon I was going to check on them. I was walking down this totally deserted 6th floor corridor when I heard a voice coming from a closed door across the hall. And I later found out it was a broom closet. Well, being a good-hearted soul and wanting to make sure no one was in distress and needed my help, I decided to investigate. This is what I heard. Ah, Mrs. Norris, it could all have been so different. I could have whiled away for hours and never had to scour another bloody sink. I would just have said a spell, it would shine it up so well if I only had magic. I could clean and wax the floors and polish all the doors, and I'd do it so quick. With the way my wand would be swirling, I could be another Merlin if I only had magic. Oh, I could tell you how those Weasley twins pulled off their jokes. I could even turn the tables on those tricky blokes. Then we'd all laugh. I'd still tell their folks. I would not be just a squib and have to lie and fib to protect my dignity. But I wouldn't be so vicious, 'cause I would have all my wishes if I only had magic. Ah, Mrs. Norris, it ain't going to happen. We might as well get back to work. Well, I hightailed it down that corridor and out of sight before they ever came out of that door. And he never knew that I had heard him that day. But you know, every time I see him now, I can't help but picture him in old clothes and a raggedy old hat with straw sticking out all over, like that scarecrow in that Muggle movie I saw when I was a girl. and I can't help but smile. Well, that finishes our herbology lesson for today. Now, next time I see you, we're going to really get down to working hard, so I expect you all to come prepared. Now, you all enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and stay safe.